In a weird, desperate bid to remain relevant, Ron DeSantis is apparently trying to play commander-in-chief by sending weapons to Israel as the state of Florida. What? That's right. Ron DeSantis said Thursday that he arranged to send drones, weapons, and ammunition to Israel as it prepares for an incursion of Gaza in response to Hamas's attack. Florida has sent cargo planes with healthcare supplies, drones, body armor, and helmets, said Jeremy Redfern, a spokesperson for the governor's office. The state also worked with groups to supply unspecified amounts of weapons and ammunition that were privately funded. Now, there's a lot of like, whoa, what? Can they do that? The governor's office said it had been coordinating with the Israeli consul general in Florida. And then the consul was like, yeah, but there's no weapons. So it's not really clear whether there are or are not. But it is kind of a PR stunt. Here's a little bit of footage I wanted to show you that the governor's office released this to show what they are bringing or sending to Israel. So there's a box with a sign that says for Israel. They're loading a cargo ship. There's sort of like sweeping camera movements happening. It's like pretty good footage. And so it's clear that there's it's a PR move. Maybe we'll get into why.
Looks like a Home Depot commercial. Or a FedEx commercial. We're logistics specialists.
Yeah, exactly. But so this move, he like hits the for Israel a little too hard for me that I'm like, nah, you're kind of drawing attention. Like I feel, anyway, so this is the move, I guess. And John Kirby, who's a spokesperson for the White House, said, quote, it's not illegal for the governor of a state to offer a measure of foreign assistance to another country, but there are laws and regulations which govern how the export process is handled, and that's all done through commerce. I couldn't speak with authority today about whether the governor has checked all those boxes or not. No, see, John, I'm gonna save it for you. He didn't check those boxes. Pretty sure Governor Ron DeSantis didn't check those boxes. However, just so you know, if you do want to send military equipment, that typically requires a license or some authorization from either the Commerce or State Department, depending on the precise item. A foreign policy advisor, Thomas Kruger, said he specializes in international trade. Apparently, Democrats are not happy about this move. This is actually from Florida Democratic Chair Nikki Fried, who's Jewish, slamming DeSantis for his assistance in trying to get ammunition and weapons to Israel, saying Biden is the commander in chief. Quote, the Florida Democratic Party unequivocally supports Israel's right to self-defense, and American military support for those efforts must come from the US government, not a handshake deal between a wannabe president and undefined private parties, Fried said in a statement. Instead of meddling with military operations to score political points for his failing presidential campaign, Ron needs to stand down and let President Biden do his job. And Biden's doing, like, in terms of arming Israel, pretty good job defending Israel, denying the number of casualties on the Palestinian side. Brett, before I kick it to you, it's important to know this weekend, there is a massive Republican Jewish coalition meeting in Las Vegas. So DeSantis is speaking at this meeting. I can only assume, as we know, that his funders have been jumping ship. So maybe this is a sort of weird Hail Mary of like, I'm sending some weapons. They're homemade, but they're there. Like it's a weird move.
There's in the movie Starship Troopers, there's a part where the kid's like, I'm doing my part. And he's like just painting guns or something. That's what he's doing. Ron DeSantis, do you want to get, like, it seems like he wants to get in some kind of contest with Joe Biden.
Right.
Joe Biden, who is the commander in chief of the US military, the president of the United States. And unless you, Ron DeSantis, are sending $3.3 billion in arms a year to Israel, $500 million for missile defense, you're gonna lose this contest. Like, you're not going to send more to help Israel, according to your own narrative, than Joe Biden is. This is so stupid. And you're not gonna send, and you're not gonna do more, quote, for the state of Israel than Donald Trump did. You look like a tool spank, my buddy doll, going, I could help out a lot. It is so pathetic. It's such a please clap. It is also insulting to pretty much everybody who is paying attention to this, that this is how you're going to contribute. And dear my fellow Republican voters, because I'm a Republican from Florida, I just want to tell you, they're shipping your guns overseas.
Yep.
They're making you less safe. We need that to save us from the Venezuelans or the Mexicans or whoever we hate today. How dare he?
Indeed. It's, you know what though? And this is the only nice thing I'm going to say about Ron DeSantis. At least he tries in these performative things. Like for all the talk that Governor Newsom does, like, I'm the anti-Ron DeSantis, send aid to Palestine, send aid to Gaza right now. Like, I don't know, no one's gonna do that, obviously. I understand the country we live in, but I'm like, then do something. Don't just like be on like a talk and be like, I think it's wrong. Like, I don't know, try your own thing. Do your own thing to counter it. Do a stunt.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.